Yeah, absolutely excited to have Scarlett, one fourth of Teen G. Oh Jesus, I already messed it up. Teen Jesus and the Jean Teasers on the podcast today. How have you been?
I'm good. Very, very good. How are you?
I'm doing well. It is it's winter up this way. I know. I think you guys are going through summer down there in Australia, so
Yeah,
that's a nice, must be nice. But yeah, other than that, can't complain. Usually
amazing.
how I start with people is like, what is the music your parents were listening to when you were a kid, and then when you kind of found your own ear, like what did you start listening to?
Okay, cool. Yeah, easy. I mean, when I was a kid, my parents are kind of like music snobs, I guess, for lack
Hmm.
of a better word. Like they didn't listen to anything that wasn't like cool, you know. So it was like a lot
Right.
of heaps of David Bowie and Ramones, um, bunch of Nick Cave, uh, like a lot of that kind of like Johnny Cash, Sex
Yeah.
Pistols, like a lot of that old school,
Hmm.
like cool stuff, like Talking
Yeah.
Heads,
Yeah.
all that kind of thing. Um, and they really didn't like anything that was really mainstream. Like, any pop was like,
No.
no.
No go.
Um, or even things like U2 and Coldplay, they were like,
Mm,
"No, no way." And
interesting.
so I feel like then when I was like 12, 13, I started listening to heaps of Shakira, and it was like this, like, weird, like, rebellion,
Right.
which
Yeah.
is which is funny. It's usually, I feel like, the other way around, and you start
Yeah.
listening to Sex Pistols to be rebellious, but I started, burning all the Avril Lavigne CDs from the library onto my computer and, like, yeah, heaps of Shakira, lots of, like Carly Rae Jepsen at the time,
Yeah.
all of
Yeah.
that. But then
That's really funny.
yeah, kinda settled into more of, like, an Arctic Monkeys Strokes super fan thing, which I've stayed in now for, like, 20 years.
Yeah, that's amazing because I feel like I go through like these not maybe super like distinct genre things now, but like when I was younger, it was like, I grew up on country music, like 90s country music, and then I went into like this classic rock phase and into like a little bit of a punk phase. Like I've been kind of all over the place, to say the least. Now, so it's kind of mellowed out a little bit, but I feel like even year to year, like, my top artists, on Spotify change like every year pretty significantly, it feels like. So to be stuck in a strokes for 20 years, that feels like quite some time. Um
Maybe 20 years is an exaggeration, but definitely, like, every year my Spotify Wrapped is always either Arctic Monkeys or The Strokes, number
yeah,
1,
that's
and they
amazing.
swap every
Yeah,
it
I love
depends what
that.
kind of year. Yeah.
So yeah, my I don't think mine's I think mine's been different the past like 4 or 5 years at least. Yeah. So that's
Who's been on the top?
this year it was Joe, so I'm like obsessed with
Oh, awesome.
yeah. So that
Yeah, good
whole
for it.
yeah, and last year I went through I think it was Noah Khan last year. I was real depressed last year.
Oh,
So
no.
it kind of leans in. Uh and I
Totally.
think the year before goodness, I don't even know. It's hard to think back that far. Maybe Houndmouth. I was into Houndmouth for a period of
Yeah,
time.
same.
So
So good. That's
um
also a bit sad, hey? It's a
yeah,
bit
it's I got to pull myself out of the sadness sometimes, to say
yeah,
the least.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's like
um,
every now and then, like, Radiohead will make an appearance in the Wrapped, and you're like, "Oh god, I was
yeah,
going through
you
it."
really gotta reflect on life a little bit. Yeah, I get it. Um,
Totally, yeah. This year I had a surprise appearance from Magdalena Bay, so I feel like that means I
okay,
had, like, a nice summery
yeah,
vibe. Yeah,
a
I don't
hundred
know, like,
percent.
I feel like
Yeah, yeah.
positive. Definitely
Maybe
was
it
like,
wasn't
"Okay,
so
I'm
bad, right?
alright."
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
funny.
Oh.
Now you guys had your second studio album come out near the tail end of last year, Glory. I would just love to hear kind of the backstory on that, the kind of the overarching themes, what kind of went into it.
So I think, I feel like this is the first kind of, like, musical, like, project, I guess, or, like, body of work that we've gone into really feeling like we kind of know what we're doing.
Mm,
I feel like everything prior to this, we've, because right now I'm about to turn 25, but we started the band when we were all 14. And so
mhm,
the first, like our first EP and then the first album, I feel like we still felt quite young and like,
yeah,
we were quite young as well, I guess. And kind of very just like trusting of people who we thought were like bigger and more experienced of us. Like, I don't know, we'd kind of do just if someone suggested something, we'd just do that and be like,
Mm,
"Oh, okay, cool, like, you know best." But
yeah,
then I think this one, we're all just, like, a bit older and a bit, like, wiser and better than we have been
sure.
before, and so that was really cool, I think going in, like, we all knew exactly what we wanted it to sound like, and I felt like we knew how to execute it, and the bits of advice that we got were just, like, helping support that vision rather than, like, steering the whole ship of it. So
Yeah.
then I feel like when we were, like, all of the songs as well, because we wrote them kind of quite separately and then brought them together, like, all 4 of us, and so it was funny, like, we listened back and, like, there were so many themes of just, like, confidence and, like, backing yourself and kind of just being, like, a bad bitch in general,
Yeah.
It was, like, kind of like this cool, like, accidental theme that we hadn't even really discussed,
Mhm.
and then so I think when we were talking about album names, we're like, "This is a victory lap." Like,
Right, yeah,
we got
and
all the glory.
it's
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, and even listening to it, like, you could feel the confidence kind of, like, exude off you guys, honestly, like, it's very,
Yeah, that's really nice. That's what
very
we want.
anthemic, yeah, and I
Thank
have to ask about, like, the cover art. Is this purposely on, like, Microsoft? Uh,
Yeah.
right, like, it's so good, yeah, love it.
Yeah, we've been saying it's like cunty Teletubbies, like
Yeah, I love that.
it's so funny. We, Anthony Fantano, like, reviewed one of the songs on it, which
Uh-huh,
was crazy,
yeah.
but he was like it was so funny, like, he was like, "Don't be fooled by the cover art. This is actually a rock band," and we were like,
Right,
"Oh
that's
god."
amazing. That's so
So
funny.
funny. But yeah,
Um,
I think yeah, fun, very colorful. We want it to be less
yeah,
all in and solemn, more fun.
yeah, and I think kind of, even along with that, I have to bring up your Spotify bio is just 4 words, band, Jack Black adjacent, and I think that fits, like, I think that's very, like, he's just kind of is who he is, and take it or leave
We
it, it
love
feels like yeah. I mean, who doesn't, right? Like, how can you not? Like, um is that like a big, like, I don't want to say inspiration, but like, kind of be who you want to be in that kind of sense?
Yeah, I mean, like, when we started the band, like, we only actually started it because we watched School of Rock at a sleepover.
Mhm.
And so Jack Black's kind of the whole reason that we're in a band. Like, I feel like we watched that movie and we were so little and we were like, "That looks super easy, like, we can 100% do this."
Right.
And then obviously, then we have since, but it took a lot more work than it showed in the movie. But, we wanna meet Jack Black so bad. I feel like we really took his kinda like, "You can do it. Just do it.
Mhm.
Just learn how to play guitar." And we're like, "Okay,
Yeah.
I guess we will." So,
Yeah.
yeah, I love him. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
the best.
He's hilarious. Every time I get a chance to, like, any video of his, I'm probably watching it. So
Totally.
after listening through the album, I think my favorite song is a song called Turn Around. I would just love to hear more about that one and kind of went into that.
Totally, I actually wrote that one, so this is
Amazing.
perfect.
Perfect.
Let me just sorry, I feel like I wrote it so long ago, let me just remember. Um, yeah, okay, so I wrote it with, Gab, who's, like, Japanese Wallpaper, who's, like, an amazing, like, artist and producer and stuff.
Mhm.
We wrote it in his, little studio in Melbourne. But, yeah, it's like I think that it's kind of fun with that one. I feel like the verses are all, like, very, like, shy and kind of, like, reserved and a little bit, like, mysterious, and it's,
Mhm.
like, kind of from the point of view of this person who just, like, is, like, desperately trying to, like, hit on somebody, I guess, but, like, just doesn't have, like, the courage to do it,
Yeah.
and then because I feel like we've all I don't know, if you're, like, on a night out and you're just like, "I just wanna go talk to them," and you're like, "I just can't, like,
Mhm.
I can't do it."
Yeah.
So, like, that kind of, like, self-doubt and, like, indecision and just, like yeah, like that yearning, I guess,
Mhm.
for someone.
Yeah.
And then all the choruses are like very like suddenly very loud and explosive and like that's what you would say if you could do it, Like the "Hey, can I ask for your name?" Like that kind
Yeah.
of thing is like that's what I was trying to go for at least, the kind of, one side and then being like, "But what if I was super confident and just like went for it?"
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, so that's that one. And then I feel like that one as well, you can kind of tell how much Arctic Monkeys I've listened to, like, those kind of, like, chords and the verses, like the
Mhm.
it's
Yeah.
like, we have to do it. It's
That's
a bit
right.
of a
Yeah.
jam moment.
Yeah. Yeah, the influence definitely shines through, but I think that's perfectly fine. So when you guys so you've been a band now, geez, for what, going on 10 years, which is insane.
Yeah.
was release day anxiety ridden, or was it more like, we feel really good about this, happy to have it out, just kind of want to see what everybody thinks of it?
Yeah, we were really, really happy. I think that, part of this kind of like new, hopefully permanent new chapter of us kind of being more confident
Hmm.
and like more self-assured also meant that we kind of cared less about what people think of it. Like, obviously we really love all of like our fans and supporters and really want people to like connect with it because obviously that's the whole point of
Yeah,
anything, I guess. But I don't know, I feel like our first album we were more concerned with like maybe like reviews or like what critics thought or
mm,
like ratings, like that kind of thing, or like how many streams it was getting, like that kind of
yeah,
stuff. And this time I think we were kind of like eagerly anxious for people to hear it because we were just like excited to share it. But I don't
yeah,
think I was really nervous that people wouldn't like it. Also, because we all love it. So it was like, whatever, like if no one likes it, then we do, and that's okay.
yeah.
Trying to piece of that. But release day was sick. We like went to our management office and our manager Ash she was like, she knew how to get us excited. She was like,
Mm.
"You guys, I got us all tickets for Oasis for tomorrow night," and we were all started
Amazing.
crying.
That's amazing. Yeah,
It was
that's
like perfect.
perfect.
That was when we all started really crying. We were like, "Oh my god, this is the best day ever!" Like,
Yeah, yeah. Like who, it
yeah,
doesn't even matter
so
what it looks like on the release day. You're going to see Oasis. That's I'm
honestly,
insanely
yeah, it was
jealous.
all
Yeah.
yeah, it was amazing.
um, so you mentioned kind of how everybody brought writing ideas to the table, and you kind of collaborated that way. Is it normally that way, or you guys sometimes will do songs all together?
Yeah, sometimes we do. I think that for obviously, because now that this is out, we kinda need to start writing again.
Hmm.
And I think we're gonna try and be more collaborative with the writing this time. I think we used to do that a lot more when we were younger, but then we just because we do a lot of writing sessions, like writing with other artists and, like, producers and stuff individually. So I think, yeah, like, we've done both. We were leaning definitely more towards individual writing for this latest album,
Hmm.
but I think that we're in a kind of more, like, collaborative spot right now, so we'll see if that changes. I think it probably will. But
Yeah,
it's nice now you can do both. Like, I feel like, um, at least for me, I feel like writing by myself is so different to writing with another person. Like, I feel like I know how my own brain works and what ideas I'm gonna have, but then it's nice to just, like, mess with that a bit and be like,
yeah.
"Let's have a totally different outcome than if it was just me alone."
Hmm.
So, yeah, I'm keen to see what will happen from that.
Yeah. Do you guys struggle at all with managing kind of what feels like, 1,000 hats, that is to be an artist these days? Like, are you fan of doing the social media side of life, or is it like, man, I really would rather be doing something else?
I definitely do not wanna do the social media,
Right. Yeah.
but I that's, like, just everyone. Like,
Hmm.
I don't know, I feel like such a diva sometimes when I'm like, "Ugh, I don't wanna do Instagram." But because also, like, it's kinda fun. I think that it's just, like, trying to find a way that, like, works for you, like, if you're, like, a punk band who, like, absolutely despise TikTok and aren't on TikTok, then it would not make sense for you to be
Right.
making TikTok,
Sure.
like, making, like, Get Ready With Me's. But I feel like we're kind of in a good middle ground where, like, I feel like we can be funny online
Hmm.
without, like, making ourselves into, like, a comedy channel, but
Sure.
then also because you know how, like, if you're not showing any personality, it's not gonna work either, like, it needs to be, like, that
Gotta have a weird
perfect
balance. Yeah.
yeah, like, kind of mysterious and kind of relatable, so we're trying to do that. But, yeah, anyway, to answer your question, like, I think that I love, like, everything that comes with it. I definitely, like, wish well, maybe not wish, but I don't know. Like, I feel like every musician wishes they could just do music and,
Hmm.
like, not have to worry about the extra stuff, but, like, if
Sure.
that's the price you pay, then that's fine, like, it's worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there any bands that, like, you follow that you think do it the right way, or like you kind of are like, oh, like they've kind of found their own little space in the world, and
Oh,
that's
that's such a good question. I think that, there's this Australian band called Blusher who are amazing. They're
mm,
so cool. We met them at the Arias, and they're so beautiful.
yeah,
It's crazy. But they have, like, a really, really cool little, like, kind of angle that they have, I think, where it's, like, kind of niche, but not niche enough to not be, like, accessible to everyone.
yeah,
And they're just cool, and yeah, I think what they're doing is really great. Also, like, like Teenage Dads, another Australian band, are also really good at it. Like, their stuff is so funny online, but it doesn't compromise, like, the, like, art of, like, the music, I guess.
Yeah,
Like, they still seem like a serious band even though they're, like, ridiculous online.
yeah.
Yeah,
That reminds
I like
that reminds me of there's a couple bands that kind of fall into that for me. There's a band called Dexter and the Moonrocks who do like
That's a great name.
yeah, they had a whole bit to start that was like um they had like goth girls like stitch their videos, and they would just like they had a wall on the back of their videos of just these girls that had done their things, and it was just hilarious to watch. And then there's a band called Never Ending Fall who do they'll do Can at Costco. So they'll pick like different like alcohols and like they'll try to guess if which one's the Costco brand. And that's like the basis of
That's
the
awesome.
video. Yeah, so it's just goofy stuff like that. But yeah, I
Yeah,
think bands could find like a really good space, like you said, of maybe being a little comedic, or even there's people that do it in a very honest way that is very captivating as well. It's really a very tough spot. I don't envy at all. But it's like you said, kind of part of the life, and a little tough, I guess.
yeah,
Um,
definitely. I feel like just seeing it, like, all social media more as, like, a tool rather than, like, a nag is, like,
mhm.
really good because I do, like, music, like, management as well, like, aside from Teen Jesus, and I feel like it's so funny. Feels so ironic telling other people to make TikToks and then I won't do it myself. But
Yeah,
I think, yeah, like, I feel like, it is, like, a valuable tool. Like, I guess you technically don't have to, but it'd be pretty hard
it'd be very
to
hard. I feel like, yeah, because I mean, these it would be almost impossible. You'd have to like tour consistently with it'd be yeah. I can't imagine how it
just
would
be like,
work in
"Oh,
today's age. Yeah, I just can't.
yeah."
I
Just,
can't
like, rely
imagine.
on, like, local radio, and, like, that would just not it wouldn't work. Unless you're,
Right.
like, really big and then go underground. I feel like that could be cool. Like, people who are,
Yeah.
like, looking for, like, the little, like, they drop the pile of zines in the record store and they're like, "Oh, they're playing a show here." Like, but I
That'd
don't
be
know if that
cool.
would actually work in not a movie
Yeah, maybe you're right. Yeah.
or, like, not the '80s.
It's a great movie idea, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, well, look, we can make it.
Perfect. um, is is radio listening? Because I mean, geez, I can't think of the last time I've actually sat down and listened to like radio here. Is there like a lot of indie radio in Australia? Because I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of indie radio here. Like, don't get me wrong, but I just can't. Where I live is super small town, so like everything is like top 40. Like so I do a lot of streaming listening when I'm in the car or something.
Yeah, totally. I think, yeah, like, it is really big here. There's a radio station, the big one, called Triple J, which is
Hmm.
awesome. I love it.
Yeah,
Um, and it's, like, the biggest radio station in the country, like, everybody everywhere listens to Triple J.
yeah,
There is a lot of community radio too, which I think is, like, super important. That's actually something I really wanna do more of this year is listen to more, like, local radio.
mm,
Because I live in Canberra, which is the capital, but it's really small, so I feel like there's less of that kinda thing. Like, we've got a couple of great stations, but it's just, like, less of a thing here.
hmm,
Like, Melbourne and Sydney have great local radio, like, there's FBI in Sydney, which is so sick, and then in Melbourne, there's, like, 3RRR and PBS and stuff who, like, people listen to these, like, religiously, like, that's all
yeah,
they listen.
amazing.
So, I really love that. It's definitely still, like, dying, like, it's not how it
Yeah,
was way back when, but yeah, I definitely wanna, like, get more involved with that though. I'd like listen to it more and engage more because it's so, so great, and I'm so sick of algorithms picking what I listen to. I feel like I just listen to the same stuff all the time,
you
when
you have
there's,
to.
like, so many amazing presenters and great music curators out there that,
Mhm,
like, I haven't even haven't listened to. But yeah,
yeah.
that's interesting. It's not that much in the US. I thought it would be everywhere there.
It's so I can't think of, and I'm probably like being really blank here, but I can't think of like a major national like indie station, honestly. Like it's very local to where you are, and if you're
Oh,
outside of like a major metropolitan area, you probably don't have one, honestly.
yeah.
Um,
Well, I guess it's kind of like us too, like, because
yeah,
Australia is so spread out, and it's,
mm,
like, a few cities and a lot of, like, bush.
yeah,
Then, yeah, it's like a lot of, like,
yeah,
desert. Yeah, like, we're probably the same, honestly, like, it's only really in, like, big cities that there's a
Mhm.
couple, and even then, they're not really appreciated the way that they should be.
Never, yeah.
Bring it back.
Right? So a question I always ask, and I feel like it stumps a lot of people, is what are if you were teaching a music class and you had 4 or 5 albums that were like required listening, what are 4 or 5 albums that maybe specific to your taste that you would pick?
That's such a good question. Okay, I think hmm, okay, obviously, Arctic Monkeys, whatever people say I am, that's what I'm not, number
Hmm.
1. That's essential, I think.
Yep.
Um, Probably, like, David Bowie, Hunky Dory,
Okay.
so good.
Yeah.
Um, there's no skips on that at all, it's, like, perfect.
Hmm.
Also, oh, probably, like, Ramones, like, Rocket to Russia, maybe. I can't remember if that's the one with all the hits on it. I wanna see. The what like, the classic one, or is it just self-titled,
I think
maybe?
I feel like it's the self-titled one.
Yeah, self-titled, yeah, 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 you're right. Um, okay, cool, so that, and then
Mhm.
let me think about things that aren't rock. Mm, oh
It's
god.
fine. Yeah, I get. I mean, it could be specific to your taste. It's okay. It doesn't have to be like you don't
Yeah,
have to
yeah, yeah, I feel like
encompass
it's
all
just
the
not, like,
music in 5 albums. Yeah.
yeah, it's just not a very, like, well-rounded, um, list so far. Okay, let me think. I love, Billie Holiday's album Solitude. I think that's
Okay.
amazing.
Hmm.
So, so, so good for a little, like, mixing it up in
Yeah.
there, you know?
Love that.
Um, and then something else, maybe, just classic The Strokes, like The New Abnormal. Is that 5?
That's 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well
That's at least
done.
that's my little,
Yeah.
like, pocket of, like, I love this.
Perfect. Yeah. That's
If
all.
there's
That's all it
anything
needs to
I
be.
think about perfectly and not general music, but it's music according to me, then that's
Yeah.
what I would play.
Yeah. Exactly. You got it. You crushed it. Um,
Thank you.
so, in terms of like the band, or maybe just you in general, do you ever struggle to look back at like successes and kind of celebrate them, or are you kind of like always? I know I personally struggle with this. Like I'm always moving goalposts forward, right? Like if I reach something, I'm like, cool, and then we put it in my pocket, and I just keep moving. Like looking back and celebrating, that's a little difficult. Do you guys find that hard as a band, or maybe even just for you individually?
Yeah, I think that, I feel like we've definitely gotten better at it. Like, I think, celebrating everything that you, like, achieve is super important because
Mm.
otherwise you're just gonna never be happy. I think, yeah, like, definitely in the past few years, we've gotten a lot better at it. I think for a long time, we really fell into the trap of being like, "Oh, we're so lucky." Like, "We're so lucky to do this, blah, blah, blah," and
Mm.
wouldn't ever give ourselves the credit of, like, "No, we worked really hard
Right.
and we just," like,
Yeah.
it's like, "Wow, how lucky are we to be able to do this stuff?" It's like, "No, how hard have we worked and how awesome is that we actually did it?"
Mm.
Um, so that's definitely something that we've all kind of actively tried to do a bit more in the past couple of years, is, like, give ourselves more credit
Yeah.
and, like, celebrate all those things a bit better. Um, I think also just because the past 2 years, like, have been insane. Like, I think especially because we went on tour with Pearl Jam last year in the States, and that
Amazing.
was, like, huge. Yeah,
Yeah.
ridiculous, right? I was like, "Where am I?
Amazing.
What am I
Yeah.
doing here? Who
Yeah.
let me in this building?" It was, but I feel like that was, like, well, like, okay, we gotta, like, actually, like, pinch ourselves, like, or, like, like, enjoy every single
Mm.
bit of this. So, yeah, definitely gotten better. I think though that when you're young and, like, when we were first starting out, because we just started for fun, it wasn't really meant to go anywhere. We just thought
Mhm.
it would be, like, a thing to do after school, and, like, then we realized we get, like, free drinks, and it was, like, we're
Right.
like, "This is so fun, like, this is
Yeah.
awesome."
Yeah.
Um, and so, yeah, I think because we never went into it being like, "Oh, we wanna be professional musicians," then everything was just fun, and so, like, we'd do something like, "Oh my god, that was so fun, let's do another one," and then we just, like, kept going like that until
Yeah.
eventually you wake up, "Oh, wait, like, I'm a professional musician. It's crazy."
Yeah. Yeah.
So now, definitely better at being like, "Wow, we worked so hard, yes, like, awesome."
Yeah. Yeah. I
It's
think
been a long time.
that's a great mindset to be in. Like, I mean, yeah, I struggle with that too. Right? Like in the space I'm in, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just like grateful to be here, and like, yeah, you worked to be here. It's okay.
Yeah.
What is the biggest thing you learned from touring with Pearl Jam? I'm not sure how many shows was it.
It was, so we did 3 in Australia
Hmm.
the year before, and then we did 6 in the US.
Amazing. Yeah.
And it was, yeah, stadiums in Australia and then arenas in America, which was stupid.
Yeah.
But, oh god, the biggest thing you've learned, I think that, like, we were all, this is a weird one, but I feel like we were all kind of really surprised at, like, how well they all look after themselves. Like, they had this,
Hmm.
like, guru man, oh my god, I can't remember his name. Maybe it was Mike? No. Brad? I don't know, but he was lovely, but he was there
Right.
literally, he was just there to take care of them, like, physically, like, he was, like, walking around with, like, ginger shots and, like, Manuka honey, and, like, if one of us got sick, he'd come in and be like, "I've got you guys sorted out," and he'd, like, do all
Amazing.
the stuff. We went in one day and he was doing, like, jujitsu with Mike,
Yeah.
like, the guitarist, like, it was crazy.
Yeah. That's
Like, he's
amazing.
just like tea for the whole band, and he just, like,
Yeah.
comes with them everywhere, like, I don't know, it's so whack because they were all just like, "Yeah, like, you gotta be looking after yourself, like, otherwise we'll be all really sad, like, we gotta exercise every day, we gotta eat healthy, like, we gotta, can't drink too much every night," and I was like,
Hmm.
"Whoa, that's actually how you do it." No wonder they're, like, one of the last, like, grunge bands actually still
Right.
kicking, 'cause
Yeah.
they're just so healthy. It's
Yeah.
wild.
That's funny.
So that was a big one. Yeah, I think just, like, looking after yourself, I was like, I didn't realize how not real the rock star thing is, like,
Yeah.
like, they're not drinking, doing drugs every night, they're all, like, having their ginger shots and going to bed
Yeah. The
early with
complete
their cool
opposite. Yeah.
lives.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
so
The
that was
complete.
really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, though, I think, like, because they are just so, so kind, like, they were so lovely to us. Like, they all remembered all of our individual names and, like,
Yeah.
really took care of us, and all of the crew were so nice, really helped us out, like, whenever we needed something, the crew would just do it for us. It was just, like,
Yeah.
really, really good. And I remember talking to, like, Eddie has this amazing security guard named Jake, who's, like, our favorite man in the world, he's the best.
Yeah.
And, I was talking to him being like, "Why is everyone so nice here? Like, everybody is so sweet. What's that about?" And he was like, well, if the band are really lovely and they prioritize taking care of people, then they're gonna hire people who are nice, and those people are gonna be happy, and they're gonna be nice to the support acts." And it's like, I feel like that just really cemented this kind of really nice, beautiful kind of, um, attitude to have, I think, whenever you go into anything, just, like, treating everybody so kindly
Yeah.
and make sure that everyone is well looked after. And then, like, I just can't describe, like, the vibes on these tour. It was so lovely. Like,
Yeah.
everyone there was having such a good time. Even the guys who were just sitting back, just, like, literally just, like, pressing, like, the camera buttons, like, they were all smiling all the time.
Yeah.
It was wow. So, definitely, like, made me realize, like, obviously we knew already a bit, but, like, it's so important to just treat people well, especially on the road. Like,
Yeah.
that was really, really cool.
Yeah.
Um yeah, anyway, sorry, that was a bit of a rambling
No,
answer,
you're
but,
good. That's fine.
I'm just, yeah, I really care about this.
Yeah. That's amazing.
It
I don't
was
think I would have guessed that they had a guru and they took care of themselves like that. That's cool. That's
a
really
guru.
cool.
I don't know if he
Uh
would describe himself as a guru, but that's definitely how we saw him.
yeah. The do it all guy, you know?
Yeah, PT for
Yeah.
the start.
So, I guess to this be to you specifically as well. What is a song that you've as a band have put out that you're most proud of?
Oh, that's such a good question. I think that I really, really like Watching Me Leave on Glory. It's, like, the
Mhm.
opening track. That
Yeah.
one's really great. I feel like it just sounds really fun and, like, it, like, feels, like, very exciting, so I was
Yeah.
really happy with that. I think also Balcony is really good. I don't know. There's, like, these are just, like, my favorite ones, I think, to
That's
play
okay.
just 'cause they're
Yeah.
so fun. Yeah, Balcony is great. I feel like because when we went to go record the album, then Balcony was the first one that we played all together, and I think it really just felt like we are like, "Okay, like, we're on. Like, this is
Mhm.
great." Like, it felt really, really good. Um, felt like the right direction that we're moving into, and,
Yeah.
like, yeah, I feel like that one kind of really sums up the whole, like, this whole chapter really
Okay.
well.
Yeah.
Like, it still sounds like us, but it's, like, a noticeably different, that kind of more refined version,
Mhm.
which I think is exciting. Yeah, I don't know, I feel like I really like the whole new album. It's really fun, and it's really
Yeah.
fun to play live, which is awesome as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh, and then I always ask too. So I live in music curation. I always like asking, I know you've really been into like the Strokes for the past 20 years, but what's an artist or a song that you've like really been into recently?
Oh, That's such a good question. Let me think. I wanna have an actual real answer. Well, yeah, Magdalena Bay I've been listening to a lot.
Hmm.
They're so good,
Yeah,
absolutely amazing. Oh my goodness. Do you mind if I just pull up my receipts
you're
really
good.
quickly? I
Yeah, you're
just wanna
great.
look what at what's hang on, let me go to my on repeat. I gotta make sure this answer is accurate. Oh, okay, yep. Yep. Okay, cool. I've been listening to so much Lily Allen, the
Mm,
queen.
yeah.
She's amazing. I loved her already, but this new album is so good. I
Hmm.
think it's amazing. I really she's actually someone that my parents like because she was so big when my parents were like they were living in London, like, around the time she was, like, really coming up, and they were like,
Yeah.
"Pop, no, we don't want pop." And since then, I've turned my mum into a Lily Allen super fan, like, she is
Oh, nice.
obsessed with her, so it's quite a difficult feat considering
Yeah.
she's, like, more mainstream, but yeah, so love
Amazing.
her, and also Nina Geraci. Do you know her?
Okay.
She's
Yeah.
like an Australian
Hmm.
artist. She's so good,
Yeah.
and her album, I Love My Computer, is, like it's the talk of the town over here. She was nominated for, like, 8 ARIAs or something, and, like, I swear she's, like, become, like, huge within, like, a few months. Like, this
Yeah.
album coming out has just completely changed her whole life. It's, like, so impressive and so deserved. Like, it's a
Yeah.
really, really good album, so
Yeah.
I listen to that heaps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good music coming out of Australia, it feels like. I feel like you guys, I mean, the amount of people I feel like I've interviewed from Australia recently feels like a abnormal amount. Um, so I guess to kind of wrap up is, what do you guys have here on the horizon? What's coming up for the band? Any tours, any music? What do we got?
Well, we're doing Laneway Festival, the whole tour in February, which is in Australia, but it's, like, really exciting. Chapel Roan is playing, so I'm excited to
Amazing.
see her.
Yeah.
I wanna make her my wife. I'm very excited about that. And then, we're doing our Australian headline album tour in May,
Mm,
and then hopefully coming fingers crossed that we'll come back to the States because
mhm.
we miss it so much. That would be
Yeah.
so nice. And then we have a few festivals, like, at the end of the year that have been announced in, like, Europe. So that'll be awesome. But apart from that, we're just gonna yeah, I think we're gonna keep riding, keep seeing what happens.
Yeah.
Hope Jack Black this year. This is the
Oh,
one.
gotta do it. Yeah.
Make it happen. But, yeah, that's kind of everything that we're cooking on right now.
Cool.
Yeah, lots of shows. Yeah, it'll be nice.
Yeah. Amazing. Well, I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to talk to me today. And yeah, I can't wait to hear what's next for you guys. And am sending all the vibes your way to meet Jack Black.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah,
And
no
when we
problem.
come to the US, you're in
Yeah.
US, yeah? No,
Yes. Yep.
sometimes I don't find out until the very last second that people are in Canada, and I'm
Oh
like, "Oh
no.
god."
Yeah.
It's a
No, we're
bad
just States are
mistake.
good.
But yeah,
Yeah.
well, when we come over and play there next, then you should
Yeah.
come.
100%.
So, yeah.